Hello everyone, Hosen here. I just wanted to do a short update on my character to let you guys know kind of where I spent my XP in between the sessions and stuff like that, and to talk a little bit more about the session since we didn't really do too much of an intro to give this series justice. So what you guys are looking at right now is just my character sheet. I'm just throwing it all in a notepad. It's not, I actually don't really have a character sheet. I just go off this as my reference. So you're looking at my character's wounds, his fate points, his movement, his characteristics, his weapon skill, ballistic skill, etc., etc. With you'll notice the extra characteristic here, which is representing my profit factor. And as you can see, it's very low, which everyone's is really low right now. You can see my two main attacks I'd be using in combat if I were not in a simulator, I guess. I'd be shooting people with a shotgun or beating them over the head with a club. But anyways, before I start, well, let's see. I'll explain this real quick right here. So, basically what I have right here is the unbracketed numbers are what my characteristic skill or my characteristic value in that actually is, and the pluses are just what I've added to it. So if you take out all the pluses, you'll see my base characteristics. The reason I have so many is because just the way we roll up characters. Instead of rolling dice for individual characteristics and just leaving it, we're given 100 points to spend on stuff. So this is just all the allocated points I have. You'll notice that my willpower and my fellowship are really high, which might seem a little weird for an arbitrator. Part of the reason I am doing this though is because let's see, in this game we're playing, okay, normally in Dark Heresy when you pick your class and stuff, you're limited to what you can pick up according to what's in your class. So psychers can pick up all their psi stuff, and arbitrators, I pick up things like inquiry or shoot my gun better, or stuff like that, and assassins pick up kill you from really long range, or whatever. But the way Mal has this set up is we're not actually limited to what is in our class. So I've taken advantage of this a little bit, or tried to, because what I've done with my character is I've bumped up my willpower quite a bit, and you'll see my armor down here and stuff. Start the game with guard flak armor because my character's background is he's a noble, or he was anyways, had some extra money on me, quite a bit. Picked up some guard flak armor. Also is why I have a combat shotgun, but anyways, so I'm decently armored. As my Imperial Divination gives me the 2 wounds right here. Why I have the +2 is just due to this right here. It's the Imperial Divination. This is just my background a little bit. No, not my background, but the world my guy's from. You can pick a variety of worlds to come from. Depending on the one you pick, you get different bonuses. I just picked Hyver. And down here I have my skills set up. The ones with XP costs are ones that I have bought. The ones without XP costs were starting, or I acquired them in some other way. I need to add Cynetians here because I have Cynetians as, well, I guess it's untrained. So I roll willpower and cut it in half, and I'll explain that in a second. Then you can see my traits down here, and now you can see why it's getting a little bit funky. So, as an arbitrator, I normally wouldn't be able to pick up psi rating or anything like that because that's all psyker stuff. But again, since I'm not limited to what's in the arbitrator trees, I go around and pick up other stuff. So I've decided to kind of go the psyker route with my character. I really like these psi powers in Dark Heresy. I don't like the mechanics for them, but we're not using the mechanics in the Dark Heresy book. We're using the Deathwatch mechanics, where you can push, fetter, and unfetter powers. And if you don't know what the Dark Heresy mechanics are for psi powers, don't worry about them. They're just really stupid. They're really bad. But anyways, so I picked up some side powers because I'm actually going to go pretty heavy side power with my guy. And part of the reason I'm doing this is because my future Ascension class I'm trying to shoot for is Inquisitor. And I think it would be pretty cool rolling around as an Inquisitor with pretty powerful side powers. So, then you go down here, see my characteristics. And so here I picked up willpower rank 1 and willpower rank 2 in order to go from 40 to 50 willpower. And picked up, well, I picked this up with my starting 400 XP, and you can see how much I've spent and how much I have left over. Yeah, these are the side powers I got down here. So these are my minor powers. I got healer, a natural aim, call item, dull pain, touch of madness, and weapon jinx. Just for a quick overview, healer does kind of what it sounds like. It heals people. Make a willpower test, and then if I succeed, I heal them for D5 wounds. The catch for this power is if I use it on somebody, I have to wait 6 hours to use it on them again, and if I do it before the 6 hours, then the person I use it on, they have to make a toughness test, and if they fail it, they get injured a D5 wounds instead of healed. So a natural aim is kind of cool. It goes pretty well with the shotgun. A natural aim, when I manifest it, it basically allows me to point blank people from any distance, so long as I'm still within the distance of my gun to shoot them. This works out really well with shotguns because shotguns have a property called scatter, and scatter, with scatter, if you point blank somebody, you gain an additional hit with your gun for every 2 degrees of success. But the point blank range is basically, I think it's like, you have to be like 2 or 3 meters away from the person. And if it's like, I think like 4 is counted as close range. Like you have to really be like right next to them. But basically, if I manifest a natural aim, I can be 30 meters away and I can point blank people. So, pick that up. I picked up call item. Call item is pretty cool. I basically can mark an item, and this has to be something that fits in one hand. So like, you know, anything that fits in one hand. Could be a gun, grenade, bomb, whatever. But I spent about an hour meditating on the item, and then I basically glyph it, and then later it can basically be anywhere in the galaxy or wherever, anywhere in the universe. And for a half action, I can just call that item to my hand. So I kind of see doing some pretty cool stuff with it, like I guess I could use it to like smuggle items. I could go through like customs or like security or whatnot. They pat me down, I don't have anything, and then later inside I use it to call the bomb, you know, calling them a bomb and then set a bomb up and blow the building up, something like that. So it should be a pretty interesting power to mess around with. The other power I got that's below it is dull pain. Dull pain, basically you can get, you get levels of fatigue sometimes for doing stuff in the game or things happen to you. Dull pain just removes fatigue, so it's pretty useful. I mainly picked up because of the navigator we have in the party. A lot of his powers, while they don't cause psychic phenomena and stuff, he can gain fatigue from them. Like that's what happened in our first session. He used his power and he failed, and he gained like 2 levels of fatigue. And fatigue's pretty shitty. As you guys kind of saw if you watched the Death Watch videos, how it kind of just puts a timer on your character. Not a timer, but well, it would put a timer on Archimedes because it was fire and it's continuously happening. But if it reaches your toughness bonus, then your guy passes out. So like my toughness bonus up here is a 4. So if I get a fatigue of 4, my character passes out. And then as long as your character has even 1 fatigue point, all my tests I make, so the D100 roll, reduces my result by 10, which is pretty shitty. So I picked up dull pain to kind of synergize off the navigator a little bit, because a lot of his powers cause fatigue regardless if he's successful or not in it. So even if he's rolling around with 1 fatigue, it still messes up his rolls. So I kind of picked it up to help him out. My other one is I got Touch of Madness, which, well, Mal thinks it's a little bit funky. I picked up Touch of Madness. I have a reason why I picked it up. It basically, I use it and then it makes people roll on the mental trauma table, and then whatever they get on that, they have to go with it. But I have a bunch of like flavor stuff I want to do for Touch of Madness that kind of fits an arbitrator pretty well, so that'll be kind of cool. And Weapon Jinx, it basically jams guns. So you see my starting gear down here. I got my cigarettes, got infrared goggles, which was the rare item that I started with. I got my combat shotgun. It's all loaded up. A various number of random weapons. Like, you just get them all for an arbitrator. A club, brass knuckles, knife. This I probably need to replace and just put in that I have an arbitrator's uniform, because I don't. Oh, I guess I have the vest, but I don't use it because I have the flak armor, and the vest is kind of shitty. So I have my arbitrator's ID. My chrono is basically a watch, and the las lighter I use to light my cigarettes. So right now, in between sessions, my guy's being trained and basically getting side training, and there's a few other things that's happened so far. Kyler's character has been doing some deals, trying to talk with other traders and stuff like that, and set up some deals and get us supplies for when he hits Scintilla. And right now he's talking to some high-ranking commissar, and I guess we're basically just gathering information on Scintilla right now, but we're finding out quite a bit. Like, it seems like Scintilla is really fucked up right now, and a lot of people are dying, and there's a lot of disease, and everyone needs supplies everywhere. So other than that, we haven't really found out too much, but even that in itself is quite a bit of information. But anyways, I don't really have much more for you guys right now at this point, so I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Thanks for watching.